What up, guys? Grumpy here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're doing a quick champion review of the Lifetaker here, one of the new champions, one of the new rares. We are going to see what her utility is. Can she smack? Can she not smack? Obviously, when you look at her kit, we'll go over it right now. She has an A1 that is attack one enemy 2 times, 30% chance of placing 100% heal reduction. That screams Fire Knight right there. On her A2, we have Leg Bind. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the turn meter by 10%. That's a 30% decrease if you hit all 3 times, with the third hit having a 50% chance of also placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. You can book that all the way out to 75%, which is kind of nice, but it is a bit of book. 7 on that one. I think it's 4 on the A1. And then we also have 1 on the final A3 here, which is places a Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn, 30% reflect damage buff placed on the champion for 2 turns. 1 turn cooldown to make it every 3 turns. This is definitely a Fire Knight champion. And I know a lot of people say, well, she's not Fire Knight 20. You're right, she's not Fire Knight 20. She's a rare, so you're probably not going to take her that high anyways. However, we are getting some new dungeons at some point. From what I've seen, we're supposed to have up to, what, dungeon 25. Which means it's going to change the affinity of everything, which means she might, in fact, turn out to be a very good Fire Knight champion beyond. But first, we're going to look into whether or not she can hit. So for masteries, I just did the basics. Super basic, not a big deal. She's not a champion I would recommend putting masteries into. As for skills, unbooked at the moment. And then we go into her stats. We'll just take a general look here. We have a pretty high crit damage for 182. We got 91% crit rate, and then we have okay accuracy, which kind of loses a little bit of her utility there, so it's kind of in and out of good, and then a decent attack of 3300. So let's go ahead and jump over to Ice Golem and see how hard she can smack. Boom, boom, boom. Already have the team set up, ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. Loading screen. Oh, don't have to slow that down right now. Alright. Getting this in there. Get all these champs lined up and ready to rock and roll. He's always got to attack. Alright, then we have spores. Alright, so we're going to do the A2 on the outside here. Slow that one down, A2. Triple shotter. So, boom, boom, boom. 34, 35, 34. So, she can hit pretty darn hard for a rare. She definitely is up to her name of Lifetaker. I should have used the speed up on that one. So we're going to try and save some damage for this guy over there. Don't want to kill them all out so we can have the exact same attack. Alright, you're going to go ahead and speed everybody up. Alright, so now we're on the A1. We're going to go ahead and rock and roll and see how hard we hit here. 31,000, she didn't even get to do her second shot. Remember, it's a 2-hitter. So, immediately, she has a lot of utility in just her ability to lay down some law. Now, you do have to give her a crazy amount of attack. You do have to give her some crit damage. But if you just don't have speed or you don't have something like that in your mid-tier game, she's kind of worth sacrificing that stuff for if you need a Fire Knight champ who can also progress through the ranks. You need someone who can take out a single target. So, that's kind of her utility at the moment. Single target hero and get you to the Fire Knight and then actually do some damage on Fire Knight and control that turn meter. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to the highest Fire Knight of the Spirit Affinity, and then we'll also do Magic Affinity after that. Alright, so now it's kind of a look at her utility. I'm plugging her in with another rare just to kind of throw it at stage 18. This is really just seeing, can she plug into a mid-level team. You got, you know, I understand I have Larissa in there. Lysandra. I keep calling her Larissa. I don't even know anyone named Larissa. Anyways, just to see what her utility is. Is she going to be, like, valuable to even have in here? Like, what's the point if she can't push these dungeons, you know? And at this level, you probably have pretty decent champs. She's not going to be a champion who's going to take that team and push them up 2 or 3 levels. She's not that champ. She's the finishing piece. She's the extra hits you need on the Fire Knight. She's that little edge of turn meter control that you're looking for because you just don't quite have enough. That's really her role. So that being said, it's nice that she can also lay down just a touch of law. I mean, she's doing some decent damage on these champions, given they don't have weaken. She doesn't have all the things she had. She doesn't have the increased attack. She doesn't have the increased crit damage. So, I mean, I had a lot of stuff going in those big hitter videos that you just saw a second ago. You know, and that's true of all these content creators like myself. We can... I mean, anyone can manipulate the team to make anyone look good. In case you're wondering, that team wiped at the boss. I always let them go, so I know the end result. And they wiped hard, and they wiped about 20 seconds into the boss. But, I mean, she seems to be functioning quite well in this team. She's definitely going to add to it. And I'll move on to the next level where it's, you know, magic affinity, so I won't be able to use all these champions here. But this is really the utility part you're looking for right now. How many hits is she going to lay down on the boss there? Boom, boom, boom. Doing her part. Team failed that one. A lot of that's just wonky AI. But we've got a decent number of stuff, so here we go. Hopefully we get the... Nope, she doesn't reflect damage. So that is her go-to. She'll almost always cast that when you can. It's going to help out here because there's that hit. Now she has her 2. And there you go. So now, like, the deflect actually helped out a little bit there. Some turn meter, I believe. Just have to keep watching. Yeah, there. So, double hit again. Alright. That reflect damage. So that's all on me for just leaving it auto. She will always cast that. It seems like she kind of ignores her A2 there a little bit, but go here. So there goes that turn meter decrease. She only hit 2 there. So you can get that up to a 75% chance. A lot of utility in that. You can get a lot of utility out of that. So we're not going to sit here and watch this. It's probably going to end up being 5 or 6 minutes to finish this thing off just because of how little damage this team does. But she has utility at this level. So let's go ahead and jump up a little bit. Alright, so here's stage 19. We're going to go ahead and throw her in there right now. We put a couple different champs in there. 2 free-to-play friendly legendaries and just 1 elite, along with the apothecaries just sticking around because we need the heals. And now we'll see if she can actually kind of semi-carry the team here, because that really is what you're pushing on this one. Got to get her to stay alive. You're going to need that turn meter control of hers to definitely lay down some more hits, and you're going to need her 8-1 to hit with that decrease heal. So that's going to be part of the game here. So it looks like they're probably going to do alright. Scylla Drakes is definitely going to be fantastic against these mobs. I have her in Relentless gear in case you're wondering. So we'll go ahead and push. And we'll just get through this wave, then I'll skip the second wave provided nothing happens, and we'll just go to the part where she fights the boss to see her utility in the boss fight. Because, I mean, that's where she's coming through, is Fire Knight. That's what she's all about. That's what she'll always be all about. And then we can just pop over to the arena real quick and see if we can get her to slam there as well. Alright, so they got this one under control. I will see you at the boss fight. Alright, so here we are in the boss fight. We're just going to kind of take control to kind of just get a little bit more on this. And this is the kind of thing when you get to this stage where her damage isn't really going to be all that important. And you really want her accuracy up. When you get this high, because it's like it's not that great if you're going into the battle and she's missing the turn meter controller. She's missing the heals because you just don't have her accuracy high enough. You're already hamstringed by how much she can land it because she can't get 100% on her moves. You know, you can't land 100%. That's just not going to happen, so sorry. Why further hamstring yourself by trying to make her a huge damage dealer on such a high level? So, that's kind of just my hot take, as it were, on this particular thing here. So, let's see if we can't take some turn meter away here. Got 1, so 10% hit. That's not terrible. Yeah, I didn't think that would land. So now we just have to hope that we can keep everything down, keep everything going. That's not time for that, so we'll try and do this. Can she keep this whole team alive? Can she keep this whole battle going? And whatnot. So So we are going to go with heal reduction, or at least attempt it. See if we can't get that in there. Nailed it. So, I mean, that's her big part. If she's part of a team that's not going to have the ability to actually, you know, I'm trying to say cloak, but what I meant is turn control meter. She needs to be able to hit that decrease heal, because he's going to go, he's going to put his shield up, and then all of a sudden you're not going to be able to hit anybody. The reflect damage being a 2-turn thing is a huge help, because it helps. Oh my gosh, Rosin, why would you do that then? Obviously we have some issues with just the general tuning of the team, but I think she lends herself pretty well to a team of this kind of cobbled together build. You have your crowd controller, you have your healer, you have your reviver, damage dealer, help with turn control meter, and then she's a turn control meter block health, you know, block heal in this kind of particular. Ooh, didn't hit it there. Oh, she was doing her turn meter, I think. Anyways, I'm going to stop just pushing all that one. She has utility. For a rare, she has utility. She is much better than Blood Mask. Much, much better. So I will go ahead and pause and bring you back at the end so you don't have to watch this entire fight. That ended up being a defeat because I got tired playing it. It was going quite long. I think the Fire Knight probably would have won eventually just because of the decreased max HP, but that was also because Rosin has terrible accuracy on this build. So let's take her to the arena and see if she can smack there. Here's a very odd team. This should be interesting to go at. Go ahead, put her in there. Hide him. Get her in there, and let's see if she can knock someone out of the park. Obviously, I don't think this is a winning team. If you're really, really desperate for a single shot hitter, that's what we're really here to find out about. Looks like we locked down pretty much everybody there. Alright, go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and... how about this one? Right there. Boom, 12, 23, 23. So not bad. I mean, those are some pretty good hits. Nothing really to write home about on that one either. Alright. Try not to kill that one so we can go back at him or something like that. At least go at one of them. Boom, boom. Okay. That's fine. Decrease attack isn't great, but 6,000, 6,000 resisted, which who cares? So, I mean, yeah, she has some utility, I guess. I mean, she could hide with her A1, or A3, excuse me. She can hit pretty hard when she has, you know, the right opportunity. But in an arena team, she doesn't work that well. You know, in any team, she's not going to be fantastic if she's always hiding all the time. Or if, you know, you need AoE attacks and you got a single hitter in there. But for Fire Knight, she is really, really good for a rare. It's like a craft beer aficionado telling you Coors Light is terrible. It's like that's the wrong perspective to look at her. For a rare, she's very effective. Alright, so now we're going to do the thing I don't want to do, but I always have to do it anyways, and we are going to throw some books in her to see how much harder she can hit. So here we go. Alright, here we go. We're going to throw some books in there. Going to try and walk them in. I'm just really looking to see if the damage difference here. I'm not really looking for too much else. Gonna head... oops, I didn't collect them. I had to go buy books. But maybe we can get away with not having to put any in there. There's both the damages. There's her cooldown on her damned body. And I'm probably going to end up having to... it's like the game knows. There we go. One more damage. We'll go ahead and throw this book in there. Nope. Alright. I'll go grab the other books here. Alright, here we go. I think we've maxed out her damage ability there. Yep, another 10% there. Another 10% there, and the cooldown. Cool. So let's go ahead and take her back to Ice Golem really quick just to see how much harder she hits. She was hitting exceptionally hard against the wrong affinity there. And then, here we go. Wrong affinity. Advantageous affinity, I guess. Put that one there. That one there. Get it all set up for her so she can try and hit pretty good again. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, here we go. Go ahead and pop her off again. So you're not looking at that great of an increase for those books. I mean, as to be expected. It's to be expected that you're not going to get that big of a return on that many books. And on a rare. Like I said, she's just... I'm probably going to kill her. Nope. It's just not something feasible to do. I mean, the good news is she's not that many books. Here we go, A1, 38,000. So, I mean, it's good hits. But what we're also going to do right now, give me a second, we're just going to pop her into Dragon real quick and do the exact same thing. We need to have a little bit of basis for damage. I understand the champions aren't the same. They're going to have different defenses and whatnot. But we need kind of that lens to see how hard she's going to hit against your same affinity. Your average, especially in the arena. Because usually there's a ton of magic in the arena. There's always magic in the arena. It's terrible. Alright, so here we go. A2, corner pocket. How much harder are we hitting? 38, 40. So, I mean, you're looking at like a 4,000 on average loss of hit, but it's still super powerful. Still a really powerful hit. So, I mean, you can't be mad about that. Alright, just get it over with. Do the A1 here. Speed everybody up. Alright, here we go. A1. Other crossbow man. 33, 33. So it's good hits, but you have to have the team built around her. In the end, she just is a rare. And on that note, I would say thank you so much for watching the video. If you have this champion, I hope this helps you kind of figure out how you want to kit her out. Me personally, I think emphasize accuracy. Use her as a utility item. So you want survivability, so HP and defense, and just accuracy. If you need her for a slammer, you know how to build her. Thank you so much. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe, hit the bells, all those notifications. It's a huge help to the channel. It's a huge help to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all every single day. Have a good one. Bye.